Okay, hi everyone. We as you know, we have a fantastic one of our very favorite and good students with us.
Hello,
And
sir.
you
Hi,
know, we
everyone.
hi, welcome Akanksha.
Thank you,
And
sir.
before we understand the tricks, the finer points to crack the paper to get to a good B school from her. So to tell you, she's cleared her FMS. She's cleared the final round of FMS, including interviews. So nothing. Congratulations, first of all, Akanksha.
Thank
I,
you so much.
I'm sure everything culminates. It's all your hard work culminated into a very very good college. So that must be giving you a sense of relief and happiness
Yes,
after
of course.
all the anxiety of 1-2 years when you've been preparing. Right? So kai baar so for Akanksha, and then I come to you for Akanksha. First of all, I'd like to give you a 1 minute thing that all these students who are listening to you and to me, but more to you today, they're very eager to get into a good B school, and that's why they're listening to us. So that hunger of getting into a good B school is with them, and that is why they are here with us. And Akanksha, we also feel that many students have the capability, right? At least in a country like India, capability is not an issue. There are lots of students who are capable. But
Yes.
where the problem happens is that Indians are more emotional, so they fight more with their parents, and Indians also have a habit of. Oh, I'm just jokingly saying Indians. I should not say that. Sorry. So at this age, what also happens is that students get haywire. So these fantastic, capable students listening to us today, they really want to get their strategy right, and that's what we are looking as an advice from you. But
Yes, sir.
before that, I'll take some 7-10 minutes more. I'll give a background. I'll lay the foundation today, and then you, the guest of honor, it moves over to you. So, hi everyone. I'm Deepak Thukral, and I'm a non-engineer. So I like to say that always, and because most of you feel that only engineers are meant to clear MBA. So I did my MBA from UBS Chandigarh. Before that, I was in economics. I did my post graduation in economics. Before that, I was an economics honors student. Have been teaching for close to 18 years. Have been involved with students for close to 18 years. It helps me understand the way you guys think. Before that, I was also a Bullseye student, and that's how it is. I've taught at Career Launcher, I've taught at Time, but that has always been a secondary thing. I've been a banker all throughout for the last 15 years. Now I'm an entrepreneur. I've worked with banks like Citibank, Standard Chartered, and that's how it is. That's about me. And so, starting before we give it to Akanksha today, who helps you out with the way she studied and what all you should do. But with laying the foundation, this paper is an aptitude paper. Okay, and Akanksha, further on, when you get a chance, if you want to say, sir, आपको 15 साल हो गए, अब आप मेरे को बता दे दो, तो भी चलेगा, ठीक है? कि अब change हो गया सब कुछ. So every time, though we feel that, even our parents, बहुत time बदल गया, but finer things, softer things remain the same. Remain the same that till you are not enjoying what you are doing, you'll not crack the paper. If you look at a problem and you say, ये मेरे सर पे क्यों पड़ गया? Why am I facing this? You're not preparing for the paper. You are not increasing your aptitude. If you see a problem, be a quant problem, English RC, anything verbal, anything on data interpretation, logical reasoning, friends, I just want to tell you that if you look at it from a perspective that I'm doing this to increase my aptitude, and I have to, even if I'm today taking 20 minutes of time doing it when it should have been done in 5 minutes, I think we are on the right way. What I mean is, आज 20 मिनट लगेंगे, कल 15 मिनट लगेंगे, कल 10 मिनट लगेंगे, फिर 5 मिनट लगेंगे. अचानक से कोई सचिन तेंदुलकर नहीं बना था, अचानक से कोई विराट कोहली नहीं बना था. विराट कोहली को भी आज प्रॉब्लम आ रही है, but winner वही है who can actually come out who will face failures but has the resilience to come back and bounce back. That person is a winner. So we'll also understand from Akanksha that was it a smooth ride? So apni emotions hoti hai. But before again moving on, I'll take 2-3 minutes more. Remember one more thing. You have to set the context right. Aptitude stress-free environment में increase नहीं होता. What do I want to say here? I'll give an example. Is that अगर if you are thinking that आप आराम से घर पे बेड पे बैठे हो, आपका कॉलेज भी नहीं है, आप कहीं पे काम भी नहीं कर रहे, and hence you are now studying for your MBA and you will be able to increase your aptitude. No. So the first thing, and give an example, the first thing, most of us are slow in reading comprehension, reading the paragraphs, books, novels, is because we never pushed ourselves to read faster. And suddenly came MBA, where the teachers are saying that, "Bache, you need to read faster," and now we are pushing ourselves. And pushing ourselves in a way कि हमें ये लगता है कि अब 8 महीने 6-8 महीने में ये भी increase हो सकता है. So the same goes for quant, the same goes for DI and logical reasoning, that you have to push yourself to increase your aptitude. So we'll understand from Akanksha how did she face problems and how did her aptitude get increased, what credits, where should we give the credits. Also, giving you diving into the past and giving you certain examples. We've seen students who could not, who were struggling till August, September, but kept on working. And hence they could clear the examination. Right? So persistence, being persistent is very important. You cannot have some good days, some bad days, and say that my aptitude will automatically increase. Hang on, no. I think why this perception has got made that engineers clear the exams in an easier way, because they're managing multiple things. But once they're managing multiple things, the aptitude and the zeal to work hard is already there. Okay, apart from that, I don't think there's any reason. And to give you an example, though even I was an economics postgraduate when I started my MBA, so I got a more than a 99. I got a more than a 99.5 percentile in mathematics as well, quant as well. So it's not like I also worked on it. Okay, so that's very important. Akanksha, however, it moves on to you now. मेरे को 15 साल हो गए हैं बच्चे. I can, I can all call you all as bache and feel happy that you've all, you got into good B schools, and these students have at least the zeal. That's why they're attending our session, right? And it's live on YouTube as well, that people are going to see us in the future as well. Let's get their path right, bache. And I'm sure a person who is desperate enough to travel that path, if we show them the clear path, they'll be able to get through. Welcome. Please, I'll request you to give your introduction as well.
Sure, sir. Thank you. First of all, sir, it doesn't matter like how many years have passed. Your experience is very much valuable to all of us. So
thank you. नहीं, but ऐसा होता है, पता है क्या, अभी आप भी बोलते होगे कि हम कहीं पर मम्मी पापा को बोल देते हैं ना, आपको नहीं पता, मेरे को पता है. I am the child of the young new generation, so you don't interfere. But that's what reason was. But please, yeah, carry on.
So hi everyone, good afternoon. I am Akanksha Patel. So I did my BTech. I did my graduation in electrical engineering from NIT Kurukshetra, and right now I'm working with Deloitte. So, and now I will be joining the incoming batch at FMS Delhi. So I will be today sharing the experience that I had throughout my CAT journey, and also I will be sharing some of the mistakes that I made during my preparation. So first of all, to start with, like when did I started preparing for CAT? So the very first time I gave CAT was in the year 2019. That was the 4th year of my college, and that was only based on the preparation that I had done for my job. So basically, I was preparing for job, and I thought, why not to give a try with CAT also, because I had prepared English and quants and everything. So with that preparation only, I went to give my CAT exam. So I did pretty well. Like I was like able to fetch some of the new IIM calls and all, and even I got NITI call although I did not convert many of them, but yeah, I got converts from new IIMs, almost all the new IIMs. So that was all. So next time in year 2020, I decided to give CAT again, and I was pretty sure like definitely I'll be able to do it very good next time since I'm an engineer and everything, all that confidence and all. So I went out without any plan and strategy, and I dived into straight away dived into it. So like one mistake I did over here was like I did not have my proper schedule. मैंने कोई coaching नहीं ली. So that was the thing that I did in my mistakes. That was one of the biggest mistakes that I did because of which it cost me one more year. So I had to repeat one more time the CAT. So one thing that I would like to advise is कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता आप IIT से आते हो, NIT से आते हो, BIT से आते हो, कितने भी क्रीमेस्ट ऑफ द क्रीमेस्ट कॉलेजेस से आते हो, प्रिपरेशन और स्ट्रैटेजी बहुत जरूरी है. नेक्स्ट थिंग इज फेलियर अगर होता है लाइक आई मिजरेबली फेल इन द ईयर 2020. मेरा जो कैट 2020 था, आई कांट इवन शेयर माय परसेंटाइल, इट वाज सो बैड. आई लाइक स्कोर्ड 75 percentile in that year, so it was that bad. So basically I fall from 90 percentile which I scored in the first year to 75 percentile. But theek hai, I accepted it. I decided like I have to give cat again, and I recognized where all the like areas, all the aspects which I neglected, and I decided to work on it. So next year, सबसे पहली चीज जो मैंने किया वो बुलसाई का कोचिंग ज्वाइन किया because I knew like I was in the Chandigarh region only, so I knew about bullseye like pretty well from my second year only, and I decided to join bullseye in February. Like I joined it in February 2021, exactly like 1.5 years back. So I joined there. फिर उसके बाद क्लासेस शुरू हुई लाइक फ्रॉम फेब्रवरी ओनली देयर वर लाइक क्लासेस ऑन रेगुलर बेसिस व्हिच हेल्प मी अलॉट बिकॉज आई वाज इनटू अ जॉब. तो एक स्केड्यूल प्रॉपर स्केड्यूल होना जरूरी है. दैट आई वुड लाइक टू एडवाइस एवरीवन, इवन इफ आप कॉलेज में हो, आप पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, उसके साथ लगता है कि आप शाम को 1 घंटा निकाल करके पढ़ लोगे, बट इट डजंट हैपन. लाइक बिलीव मी, व्हाट हैपेंस इज हम दूसरे एक्टिविटीज में इतना ज्यादा इन्वॉल्व हो जाते हैं, या फिर कोई जॉब में है तो कभी कभी हमारे लेट वर्किंग आवर्स होती है, तो हम वो टाइम डेली बेसिस पर नहीं दे पाते हैं. So it is very important that you join a proper coaching. Like it's my thinking. It might work differently for different people as well. Like there are many people who get into IIMs and ABC like without coachings also. But I think that is altogether a different discussion. I believe is why to take a risk when there are options available, when we can get proper guidance from the people who have already tried and tested ways. So why not to go with the proper planning? So that is the proper path, I think. So I thinking keeping this in mind, I took coaching from Bullseye, and then I started like giving 2 to 3 hours initially on regular basis on the weekdays, and on weekends I gave around 4 to 5 hours minimum. And apart from this, after like August and September, so after August and September I started giving tests on regular basis. I started giving initially I used to give these sectional tests. Sectional tests काफी जरूरी होते हैं. Sectional tests are important because they help you to recognize the topics that you are weak with. So it is very important कि आप sectional test दीजिए, and you recognize whichever topic you are weak with. You go again, you revisit the study material and do them properly. फिर उसके बाद one of the other mistakes that we all tend to make is we read a lot of reviews from our like seniors. We take a lot of reviews from our seniors कि कौन सा कोचिंग अच्छा है या कौन से टेस्ट सीरीज अच्छे हैं. सो आई वुड लाइक टू सजेस्ट ओवर हियर इज कि आप जो भी कोचिंग का मटेरियल ले रहे हैं या जो भी टेस्ट सीरीज ले रहे हैं, यू गो थ्रू इट प्रॉपरली, लाइक फॉलो इट लाइक अ बाइबल. Don't go for multiple sources because it happens if you go for multiple sources, you only tend to complete them halfway, okay, and then you leave it and then you go to some other thing. तो वहां पर क्या होता है कि आपका टाइम वेस्ट होता है. कई बार आप रिपीट करने लगते हैं चीजों को, यू डोंट सी न्यू थिंग. एंड देन डेफिनेटली एज सर सेड कि एप्टीट्यूड तभी बढ़ेगा जब आप डेली बेसिस पे प्रैक्टिस करते हैं. एंड अगेन प्रैक्टिस के साथ आपको नए नए क्वेश्चंस और नए नए सिचुएशंस और क्वेश्चंस को फेस करना जरूरी है एप्टीट्यूड को बढ़ाने के लिए. So that is one of the things I would like to suggest कि जो भी आप follow कर रहे हैं उसको by heart completely follow करें. जो भी आपका study material है उसको A to Z from beginning to the end पूरा follow करें. Even the test series, don't try to like postpone the test series. Whenever the test is being launched, just try to give them right away. It doesn't matter कि आप कितना score कर रहे हैं, कितना percentile आ रहा है. You just need to recognize the areas where you are weak and you need to work upon that. And also one of the things I would like to highlight over here is that I was not very good with BARC till I think till September, I was August to September, I was facing issues with BARC. So in the last days of my revision classes that were held at Bullseye, I focused on VARC and I worked properly on it. Like from the very initial concept, from the very beginning of the concept, that although I knew everything about them, but still I read them and I started practicing everything again. And because of that only, I was able to score 99 percentile in English, which earlier I was not able to score well. My accuracy was around 50 to 60%, but in exam it was well above 85%. So that is one of the things I would like to highlight. That don't feel bad if you're not able to do if you're not able to do well. Just keep working hard. Keep working on your mistakes. Keep working on your shortcomings and like try to come up with new problems and new solutions every day. You have to be strong and you have to be like regular with your studies and your practice. Okay, so that's all I think is the things that I followed. And apart from them, everything depends what is being suited for you. So yeah, that's all from my side.
So great knowing this, Akanksha, and our enthusiastic students have also sent so many questions uh, to be asked from you. So first of all, I'm really inspired that, and with your honesty and clarity, that कि कैसे आपने after 2 years, how did you end up getting a good percentile? पर मुझे एक चीज बताओ, for our students, all of us, though they've not asked this question, but they surely have this thing in mind, that do you think 2 years or 3 years of preparation is required, or is it that एक साल में भी सब कुछ किया जा सकता है?
Sir, I believe like honestly, like may I say, and I'm not just saying for the sake of it, but honestly, 6 months of preparation is well enough for CAT. Like अगर
Very
कोई
nice.
इंसान, yeah, 2 to 3 hours weekdays पे with college or office, any of the two things work. And weekend पे अगर वो 4 to 5 hours भी दे रहा है, तो it is well enough. वो मतलब हो सकता है कि वो top 10 में हो, 100% आ
Right. Right. So can we summarize this point like कि अगर कोई जना properly कर रहा है तो 6 महीने काफी हैं.
Yes, sir.
Somewhere our own inhibitions restrict us.
Exactly.
है ना? कहीं हम कुछ और सोचने लग पड़ते हैं, हम अपने आप को गलत ट्रैक पे ले जाते हैं, तो कुछ होता है. Otherwise 6 months, if you have a clear path, is enough to travel this path.
Yes, sir. Just like you said, that students tend to get haywired by many things around them. There are so many distractions. उनको सब चीजें करनी होती हैं, तो वो थोड़ा सा एक distraction होता है जिसकी वजह से नहीं कर पाते. Otherwise, 4 to 5 months is also I've heard people are able to crack 99 percentile and above with proper
Yes.
strategy and planning provided.
So I also believe that.
Yeah.
If you are the youngest generation who's cracked the paper, I am one who's seeing it from an 18-year perspective. I've seen students cracking it for 6 months. So I second that. मेरे को लगा कुछ change हो गया होगा तो पूछ लेता हूँ.
नहीं
ठीक है?
sir.
अच्छा. So same, it remains the same, guys. Focus 6 months आएगा. Second चीज और बताओ मेरे को, क्योंकि मैं 18 साल से ये क्वेश्चन सुनता आ रहा हूँ. सच बताना. Is it easier doing while working, or is it easier while studying, cracking this paper?
Sir, I'll tell you my case, sir. So when I was like student are in a very rosy kind of uh, scene. Like they think that when we are in college, तो जॉब लगने के बाद हमारे पास टाइम होगा, वीकेंड पे हम कर लेंगे, प्रिपेयर करके हो जाएगा. बट सर ऐसा नहीं होता है. कॉलेज में जब आप हो, यू हैव वेल इनफ टाइम, यू हैव ऑल द रिसोर्सेज, लाइब्रेरी है, माहौल होता है पढ़ाई का. तो एट दैट टाइम ग्रुप स्टडीज कर सकते हैं. एट दैट टाइम इट इज मोर इजियर टू क्रैक. बट ऑल्सो देन स्टूडेंट्स आर देयर जो की जॉब के साथ भी
Yes.
कर लेते हैं, but that is a bit more difficult from my own
Yes.
experience.
So I will rather suggest how I'm taking this leaf out of the book and suggesting कि बाकी, so I've been involved with BBKP and interacting with other and I take interviews as well for students who get through good colleges, finally get through good colleges. So मैं that कि ये इस तरह ने ये कर लिया, मैं पीछे रह गया, मैं भी करता हूँ, यही होता है कॉलेज में, राइट?
Yes, sir, definitely.
आपको सिर्फ अपने 5-6 लाइक माइंडेड जने ढूंढने हैं, आपका अपने आप रूटीन बन जाएगा and you'll be able to do it. What happens in a job is, yeah, please.
Even if in today's time, like, we don't need to look for people अपने कॉलेज से होना जरूरी नहीं है, like they can be from our coaching, our friends, और कोई भी, मतलब काफी सारे आजकल इतनी connectivity है, so we can all connect, we can all find like-minded people and we can get along. It's very easy for us to like do it.
Yeah, 5-6 like, so yeah, so you right there, 5-6 like-minded people, they'll make us study also, okay?
Yes.
I need to leave out friends for some time for these 6 months who are not preparing for the same, right? So that's how it is. Now, second, I'll also like to add here, Akanksha, because I've been a supervisor, I've handled a team of 200. That was what my last assignment was. So supervisors in corporate sector are very bad. We make them work till 8 o'clock in the night. If we can extend, we will extend.
Yes,
so अगर आपको ये लग रहा है किसी जने को यहाँ पे जो हमें सुन रहे हैं, and Akanksha can say no, okay, कि आप ही सबसे बुरे थे, बाकी अच्छे होते हैं, मैं वो भी मान, but क्या करते हैं that if once you enter a private sector job, guys, the bigger the company, the bigger the brand, the more they'll make you work.
Yes, sir, definitely, for sure.
Yes. So Deloitte would have made her work like anything.
Sir, it was like I worked on weekends also. I worked on Saturday and I used to get like some kind of peanuts for them, but like, yeah, I worked on Saturdays, Sundays and everything. And even then I used to work till 11 in the night. That was the reason why I failed miserably in one of the reasons, like in my CAT 2020.
No, I understand. I understand. बिल्कुल हम ऐसे ही करते हैं. मैंने 8 बजे तो इसलिए बोला कि चलो किसी को बुरा ना लगे.
8 बजे कुछ नहीं होता है. Work from home, if it's IT sector or this side of the place, so it's till 11 also. And yeah, so it is difficult. So
to summarize what Akanksha and I am saying is that the best option is कि आप please कोई भी attempt को lightly मत लो. You've joined Hitbullseye. You've done the first step right. Now please travel that route. Second, however, not everyone is. There could be multiple reasons. Not everyone is able to get through. But perseverance is the most important thing. I know you're into a job, it's a difficult situation. So, but you have to carry on. So, Akanksha, I'll also like to tell you here that many students have asked कि मेरे college है, मेरे college के exams हैं. I think, am I right when I say कि अभी भी बहुत आसान है आपकी life? तो अगर बहुत ज़्यादा आसान है, पहले ये understand करो क्यों? क्योंकि अगेन आपको भी लग रहा होगा कि क्या बोल रहे हैं हम, बट जब आपने 9th स्टैंडर्ड के पेपर दिए तो 10th में जाते ही लगा 9th आसान थी, फिर 11th में लगा 10th आसान थी. तो लाइफ ऐसी है बच्चे, द डे यू डिसाइड यू विल बी एबल टू डू इट, राइट बच्चे? यस
सर.
सो आल्सो हाँ प्लीज
वन मोर थिंग आई वुड लाइक टू ऐड. एग्जाम्स होते हैं या कभी भी कुछ भी होता है, वी ऑल नो कि लाइक हम कैसे पढ़ाई करते हैं. इट्स ओनली द 11th hour when we study. बाकी टाइम हमारा टाइम पास ही होता है in college until the graduate courses. So everyone of us are aware about that fact. So we all have gone through that phase. So it's better like instead of counting things कि हमारे पास क्या क्या है, हम उस टाइम को यूटिलाइज करें और प्रिपरेशन में लगाएं. So yeah, because आगे और
I was wanting to, add another thing. You correct me here as well. That या फिर चलो पहले एक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ. डिस्ट्रैक्शंस हुई बीच में प्रिपरेशन करते हुए? क्या डिस्ट्रैक्शन हुई? What were your distractions?
Sir, distractions. So like one of the major distractions was COVID. I was badly caught with COVID twice. So that was one of the distractions, even when I got vaccinated. So that was again when I got like very bad fever, and that was in February again. So in between my interviews, I had my interview on 11th for IIM Indore, and at that time I had like 1 month some pretty bad backache and all I had. So that those were all the distractions. But again, sir, I was able to take out time because
Yes, yes.
बिकॉज इफ यू आर डिटरमिन्ड, आप अगर सोए हुए भी हो, पेन हो रहा है, तो बीच बीच में आपको जब भी टाइम मिलेगा, अगर आपको करना है तो आप पढ़ लोगे कुछ ना कुछ, मेरा ये मानना है. बिकॉज या इफ यू आर डिटरमिन्ड यू विल डेफिनेटली फाइंड अ वे बाय हुक और बाय क्रुक, यू विल डू इट.
Right, right. So, can we summarize and say this that everyone will be facing problem? You might have a naughty younger brother or a sister or a COVID situation. They'll come knocking at your door. They'll come pulling your hair. Right?
Yes,
You cannot get angry on them.
yes,
अच्छा, so मैं एक experience से और चीज बोलता हूँ. So एक experience से बोलता हूँ. Remember the paper that you obviously we talked about that you're preparing for is an aptitude paper. And it takes into account what's your emotional stability as well. That can you leave behind the difficult situations and move ahead in life. This paper will be able to test that very easily. And Akansha, tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm right here, that the moment you get emotional with a difficult question, you have to actually leave it and move to the next question.
yes sir,
Yes.
yes sir. Even
So, yeah,
even
please. Yeah, all over
even
to you.
if a difficult question is there and someone like is very adamant, like उनके ego पे बात आ गई, वो handle करना अगर नहीं आता है, so that again can take a toll, sir. So
Exactly.
yeah,
So, whenever you face a difficult situation in life while preparing for this paper, all uh, all that you have to do is that you have to actually come out of the difficult situation and hence and move forward. That's what the paper is also going to test you with. Second, your friends are your best, your parents are your best friend. Please listen to what they say. Don't get angry over what they say. Listen to what they say. राइट. अच्छा आकांक्षा, फिर आगे चलते हैं. तो बच्चे कैसे, गिव अस नाउ सम इनसाइट कि आपने तीनों सेक्शंस की कैसे तैयारी करी.
okay.
क्वांट, LRDI and English verbal.
So like with quant, my only suggestion is हर रोज first of all whatever your teacher teaches you, सबसे पहले तो like I've also read somewhere like people my juniors even they come on telling me that we tend to forget everything. The first thing is whenever your teacher is teaching you, they are taking the classes, just take notes properly. जो भी वो question करा रहे हैं उसको, कई बार बच्चों की आदत होती है कि वो रफ में सॉल्व करके फटाक से आंसर दे देते हैं, तो डोंट डू इट. लाइक वी आर नॉट हियर टू ब्रैग अबाउट कि हमें बहुत कुछ आता है. यू आर हियर फॉर लर्निंग. तो उसका प्रॉपर्ली नोट्स दो आप, उसको मार्क करो. जो अच्छे क्वेश्चन है उनको रिविजिट करो अपने रिविजन में, या फिर डेली वीकली आप रिविजन जो भी कर रहे हो उसमें रिविजिट करो टेस्ट से पहले, जब भी आप जैसे भी फॉलो करते हो. एंड द अदर थिंग इज फॉन्ट्स के लिए एक छोटा सा फॉर्मूला बुक मेंटेन करना चाहिए, जहाँ पे आप अपने टिप्स और ट्रिक्स मेंटेन करते हो ताकि आप एग्जाम से पहले क्विक रिवीजन कर सको. दिस इज अबाउट कॉन्स. BI again is all about calculation. Stop using calculator as much as possible. ठीक है, तो इवन बुलजाई में वैदिक मैथ्स की क्लासेस होती हैं that are quite helpful, at least for the simple calculation. तो वो थोड़ा सा हमें आदत डालनी चाहिए that we are able to do simple calculations in a faster way. So, because we all know that in CAT, we are provided with calculator, but in IFT and that, we are not provided with any calculator. तो वहाँ पे हमें खुद calculations करनी पड़ती है. So that is the important thing कि DI के लिए you practice with calculations as much as possible. Next is logical reasoning. Again, you need to follow the books, the study material very diligently. एक एक question करना चाहिए. Classes में जो भी आ रहे हैं, teachers पढ़ा रहे हैं, उनको follow करना चाहिए. Because LR is something that can be like groomed by practicing only, I believe. जितने ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस करेंगे, और इसके लिए सेक्शनल टेस्ट मैंने फॉलो किया था, मेरा वीक था इनिशियली, तो मैंने सेक्शनल टेस्ट दिए थे, तो उनसे काफी मुझे ये लगा था बेनिफिट हुआ था. तो सेक्शनल टेस्ट, इवन फुल लेंथ टेस्ट में भी LR अगर आप पूरा नहीं भी कंप्लीट कर पा रहे तो टेस्ट को रिविजिट करके उनको यू शुड प्रैक्टिस देम लाइक एज अ फॉर्म ऑफ प्रैक्टिस. फिर next comes the VARC part. So for VARC, nothing can be done at least apart from reading. Like you need to be regular in reading newspapers. Firstly, it will help with your reading skills. Secondly, it will help with the interview also, because in interview, after all, they will be asking you questions about general awareness and all. So you can take up some of the good novels, which also you can mention in your interviews. It helps a lot. Believe me, like they are very much like influenced by students who come and tell like we read this many books and we read these kinds of books. So they like such students. So they are more inclined towards such kind of students. So it's good if you read novels, good kind of novels, and you should follow one of the daily newspapers like Hindu or Mint. Mint is very good. So I used to follow Hindu, the editorials I used to read, and also I read some of the novels. And later for interview preparation, I used to read Mint. So these were all about my BRC preparation. And also, like what helped me a lot was the revision classes. Like, it helped me to like do well with the at least BA portion, verbal ability, the para jumbles, and because they are quite conceptual. CAT doesn't give that easy kind of questions. They're quite conceptual. We need to learn the nooks and tricks, like how to solve them efficiently, because it's all about time. In VARC section, time is less, reading is more. So we need to like learn about the tricks. So that's all about, I think, VARC.
Okay. So, how many newspapers did you say, Akansha? One newspaper, two newspapers per day is very important.
One newspaper is enough. Like even if you are reading the editorial, I used to read editorial from the Hindu, so that is fine. Or you can read for some time if you are bored with reading newspapers, you can go for novels. Then Mint is also good.
Yeah, Mint. I also like Mint. I
Yeah,
will.
Mint is
पर मैं एक और एग्जांपल देता हूँ यहाँ पे. So मैं इंटरव्यू ले रहा था फरवरी में for students who had calls from IIMs. एक जने से पूछा इन फरवरी में यूक्रेन रशिया का क्राइसिस स्टार्ट हुआ था. ठीक है, वॉर की इनिशियल इंडिकेशंस आनी शुरू हो गई थी. फर्स्ट अटैक हैड ऑलरेडी हैपेंड. सो आकांक्षा इज वेरी राइट हियर बिकॉज़ मैं दो जनों के रिप्लाईज बताता हूँ. एक जने से मैंने पूछा व्हाट आर योर व्यूज ऑन रशिया एंड यूक्रेन वॉर. तो वो कहता है सर रशिया इज डूइंग समथिंग व्हिच इज वेरी रॉन्ग. ओके, सो उसने फिर उसके बाद बताया. एक जना आता है कि बोलता है कि सर the conflict has happened because of these reasons. Ukraine is maintaining this particular stand, Russia is maintaining this particular stand. What as of now newspapers are talking is for Ukraine. I will also like to which are these points. I will also like to highlight why Russia attacked Ukraine, and he highlighted those points. So I said, is Russia wrong or is Russia right? So he says, sir, that is debatable. And I was floored with his in-depth knowledge, one. Second, his analytical ability, his mind, which could see both sides of the coin, even when newspapers publishing one thing more and the other thing less. So as of now, newspapers been publishing कि रशिया खराब है. But hang on, उसने ये नहीं बोला रशिया खराब है या यूक्रेन खराब है या कौन अच्छा है. उसने ये बोला कि सर हमें ये वाले points भी देखने चाहिए and final will be, it needs to be evaluated. Obviously, Russia, after being such a big nation, has still attacked you. So Akanksha is right there that you have to be regular with the newspapers and editorials as she's reading for Hindu, because editorials are heart of the newspaper. If you miss on the editorials which have the best English, I think you've missed out on 90% of the newspaper. एक और चीज, understand that all of you are getting through aspiring to be in a good B school. So your teachers, your faculties, people whom you'll be facing in the interview, people whom you who are preparing questions for your paper, are all reading newspapers. Okay, those words, vocabulary, everything is going to come from there. Okay, so very simple. If you're not reading it, you're not following what they are doing. You need to understand their thought process. Right, Akanksha?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
ठीक है बच्चे तो ये बताओ कि कितनी देर आइडली पढ़ाई करने से हो जाता है? Though I'm sure it depends from student to student, but on an average.
Sir, efficiently पढ़ाई करें अगर तो I think 2 hours are enough, but वो होता नहीं है. Like any human being can't focus for more than 30 minutes.
अच्छा.
So 3 to 4 hours weekdays पे are enough. Like I'll tell you about my schedule. So मेरा office 11 o'clock start होता है, and I used to work till 8 or 9 in the
Okay.
evening. Then I used to have my dinner and all. 10 बजे set करके सब कुछ, I used to sit down for study.
Okay.
Until 2 o'clock, I used to study. 2 or 3 maximum. It depends like how much tired I am in the day. So 2 or 3, I used to study, and then like again next day. So
Okay.
this was
Okay.
all. And on weekends, I used to give proper time, and I used to like if I used to miss some of the lectures, जो कि weekdays में होते थे, I used to go through them. Test वगैरह मैं weekend पे करती थी.
Very nice. Very nice. ठीक है. But just now we have, since we have questions, I'm going to ask the questions. So ये मेरी तरफ से थोड़ा inquisitiveness था to deep dive on what you said. So I'll ask you questions and then you can answer them. So the first is which is better, generalize what as per you, because you general MBA or specialized MBA, which is better?
So it depends on our priorities. Like
Very good. Yes.
if I am more inclined toward finance, okay, so I might go for the IIM Kozhikode Finance PGP. Also, I can go for IMC, I'm Calcutta PG General Management, and over there I can take finance as my specialization. Or if I'm more inclined toward HR, so I can go for XLR HR program. That is one of the coveted HR programs in India. So that I think it depends upon our priorities. हमें क्या करना
Okay.
है, हम किस हमारे अंदर क्या स्किल्स हैं, या फिर हम क्या स्किल्स डेवलप करना चाहते हैं, हम किस चीज में अच्छे हैं और उसमें हम जा सकते हैं. What we love doing. I love interacting with people. Then I would like to go for HR. मतलब like yeah, if I am creative, I would like to go for marketing. So I think it's more it our decision should be based on more of that kind of aspect.
Okay. So I like to add very, very stable thought process. I like to add here that first thing is even when you this question comes generally when you're preparing for an interview, and student says what if someone asks me कि you prefer marketing or finance? Even this kind of an answer or this kind of thought process is right. That sir, in the first year I want to actually evaluate what are these different specializations for. Do my strengths and weaknesses match it? And hence, I like to take that decision in the second year or my third semester, whatever, depending on the college. So as of now, please don't worry about specialization. कौन सी में करनी है, क्या करनी है. Trust me, when you are 20, between 20 to 20, 21 to 25, 24, that's our primary age group which is preparing for the paper. आप बिल्कुल exposed नहीं हो अभी, right? When I came to Delhi, and I'm speaking from Gurgaon today, when I came to Delhi, I got to know so much. I thought I knew everything. Then I traveled to New York. I got to know more, as if I did not know anything, as if I was staying in the village when I was in Delhi. So you have to just keep that open as well. Even if you keep open, don't jump the gun. That's okay. हम आपको उसके लिए इंटरव्यू में तैयारी करवा देंगे. स्पेशलाइजेशन करनी है, क्या करनी है, कैसे है. If they ask you that question, we'll make you prepare. But as of now, just keep preparing. Right, Akanksha?
Yes, sir. Also, one more thing.
Yeah,
Like,
please.
you all can read. Like, it's good to read about the experiences of others. कि लोग क्या आंसर कर रहे हैं, क्या questions पूछे जा रहे हैं. तो वहाँ पर I've also read that there are many times when people come and say that fine, we are still exploring ourselves and we would like to decide it at a further stage of time. So that's fine if we give such kinds of answers.
Very good. हाँ, बिल्कुल. I second that definitely. So, but do we answer this question? The next question comes is I am doing my graduation final year. I'm not getting time. How should I manage my time? So we'll give some time here. I know you've answered it, but we'll give some time before we move to the next question. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, see, if anyone is in their graduation, so basically timings for the technical institutes, and like I was from a technical institute, so I know about that. The timings are from 9 to 5 p.m. Okay, so after 5 p.m., what we do is we go for other activities. Fine, we should go and explore in college. That is the time when we should learn about other things also. It's fine if we are involved in other activities. So if we are going over there 5 to 7, it's fine enough. Then till 8, 8:30 we can have our dinner. Then after After that, I believe we have a lot of time. कोई भी graduation college में, engineering college में 10 बजे 11 बजे तो नहीं सोता है. Even if you are sitting for studying at 10 a.m., आप 12 बजे तक आप dinner करके आ रहे हो, इसके बाद you can do your files and your assignments, everything. Then after 10 or 11, you can give in around 2 hours or 3 hours. They are enough. Even in between the classes, when there is time, you can go when there are no lectures. You can go to library and prepare. I've seen like in my batch only when I was in college, the students who were preparing for GATE or CAT, they used to go in between in the library and used to give their time for studying. So that is the way we can manage our time. Because if you want to do something, if you are preparing for one of the elitist institutes in our country, then you have to give in some efforts and time. So yeah.
So next question. Thank you so much for clearing this thing. And I second that as well. So over the years, my experience and her recent thing says that time is enough. You have to push yourself, बच्चे. बिना push किए आपको even if you're getting free at 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock, आपका aptitude increase नहीं होगा अगर आप अपने आप को push नहीं कर रहे हो. One more thing I like to add here: see a situation and evaluate for yourself. A student who's job done here is studying for 3 hours. A student who is already doing graduation and after that is also studying for 3 hours. Which 3 hours are going to increase the aptitude? And I'm not going to answer that question. You know which 3 hours are going to increase the aptitude. So that person who's job done year is only preparing for this paper has to actually work more to increase his aptitude. Okay, so am I right?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Yes.
I agree. Yeah.
So next question comes over from you. Sorry, my phone has got logged. Which the next question comes is मॉक्स साथ में देने चाहिए कि मॉक्स की वेट करनी चाहिए? अब मेरा सारा सिलेबस नहीं हुआ.
नहीं, ये करना चाहिए. बहुत बड़ी मिस्टेक है. अब फिर उसके बाद आपको पता चलेगा पूरा सिलेबस करने के बाद कि सिलेबस क्योंकि चलता रहेगा अगस्त सितंबर तक. कोई भी अच्छा इंस्टीट्यूट कितना भी अच्छा हो, अगस्त सितंबर तक चलेगा. फिर आपको पता चलेगा आप टेस्ट देने जा रहे हो, आपका स्कोर अच्छा नहीं आ रहा है, यू विल स्टार्ट पैनिकिंग. तो उसके बाद आप क्या करोगे? आप फिर से जाके पूरा सिलेबस नहीं कर सकते. तो इट इज बेटर दैट यू गो फॉर सेक्शनल टेस्ट इनिशियली. धीरे धीरे कॉन्फिडेंस आने लगे. नो मैटर, इट डजेंट मैटर इफ द सिलेबस इज नॉट कंप्लीटेड फुली. यू शुड गिव द फुल टेस्ट, जो भी टेस्ट, बिकॉज इंस्टीट्यूट्स भी जितना सिलेबस हुआ है उस हिसाब से ही टेस्ट प्रिपेयर करते हैं. तो यू शुड गिव फुल टेस्ट, सेक्शनल टेस्ट साथ साथ देते रहो. और जहाँ पर मिस हो रहा है कुछ भी, यू आर नॉट एबल टू लाइक सेटिस्फाई ऑल द पैरामीटर्स, जो भी सेक्शनल होता है या जो भी लास्ट ईयर के ट्रेंड्स हैं उस हिसाब से अगर नहीं परफॉर्मेंस आपका आ रहा है, तो you should go back and revise all the topics and like do them again. That will be my advice. Otherwise, I
Okay.
think the second one would be bizarre. You will be in a big trouble.
Okay. Yep. Right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Akansha. Next question comes is logical reasoning. Mein, I think couple of students have written some special tips because logical reasoning and DI, they're turning out to be together. They're turning out to be difficult. So what do you think? Can it be tackled? How should it be tackled?
Definitely, it can be tackled. One of the things that I believe is जब भी हम exam देने जा रहे हैं, like sometimes it happens. Like this year only, I've seen people who prepared very well for DI and LR, especially LR part, because this year the LR was on a bit heavier side, DI was very negligible. So if you're sitting for exam, just keep in mind that the paper is same for everyone. अगर आपको tough लग रहा है, even after आपने बहुत ज़्यादा preparation दिया है, efforts किए हैं, उसके बाद भी आपको tough लग रहा है, तो सबको tough लगेगा. You don't have to panic. उस चक्कर में आप अपना बाकी का जो आता है उसको खराब नहीं नहीं करो तो अच्छा है. So if for example this year 5 sets were there. Sorry, 4 sets were there, out of which people who did 2 sets, they were able to get a pretty good score. So 10 to 11 questions, people scored 98 percentile above. So I mean what I mean to say is कि LR के लिए strategy और preparation तो जरूरी है. उसके साथ साथ ये भी जरूरी है that you keep in mind that you don't have to panic on the exam day. तो जितना हो सकता है उतना करो. ओवर अटेम्प्ट करने की कोशिश में जो आता है उसको हार्म नहीं करना है. एंड फॉर प्रैक्टिस, फॉर preparing well, practice is the key. You have to practice as much as you can. And मटेरियल है उसको पूरा A to Z you have to complete it. So I think that would be enough. इतना करने के बाद हो जाता है. last year questions also, sorry, I missed it.
आकांक्षा ऐसा भी होता है क्या from your what the talk which you've had, then I like to summarize here that ऐसा भी होता है क्या कि someone is good in math, some quant, someone is not good in quant, and someone's good in verbal, someone's not good in verbal. तो हम ऐसे should we take that to the test as well, or should we say that? So you've already answered.
No, sir, like I used to believe I'm good in quants. I was doing 100% accuracy in all my tests, but वहां पर जाके I don't know what happened. I did 4 to 5 questions wrong, जो कि मैं सही कर सकती थी. And VARC, I was like मेरा यहाँ पे I was not expecting FMS call also, because FMS gives call only if you're scoring 97 percentile above in VARC. तो मुझे बिल्कुल उम्मीद नहीं थी. But VARC में I did 15 questions correct out of 17. और कॉन्ट्स में जो मेरा 100% एक्यूरेसी था, आई वाज नॉट एबल टू गिव माय बेस्ट. सो दैट इज जस्ट परसेप्शन दैट वी फ्रेम आवरसेल्फ बाय आवरसेल्फ. उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, बिकॉज एग्जाम जो प्रिपरेशन करते हो वो आप एक नॉच अबव करते हो. कोई अच्छा बच्चा अगर कोई डिलिजेंटली प्रिपेयर कर रहा है, तो ही विल डेफिनेटली प्रिपेयर इट वन नॉच अबव. You just have to be confident and you have to deliver what you have prepared in a proper way. I mean, the finishing should be perfect, then everything will be fine.
So I like to add an example here, Akanksha, and that example is कि Virat Kohli is very strong in driving the ball offside and onside, but he also gets out. He also gets caught in the slips because of that. So what I'm wanting to say for everyone is कि आपको तीनों सेक्शंस, चारों सेक्शंस सब अच्छी तरह प्रिपेयर करने हैं. तीनों सेक्शंस वर्बल, क्वांट, LR, DI, I'm so 3, 4, that's it. आपको सारे अच्छी तरह प्रिपेयर करने हैं. The paper is going to make it a high scoring section or a low scoring section. You don't have to decide with the premeditated mind कि आज तो जाके मैं सिर्फ full shot ही खेलूंगा क्रिकेट में, और मैं सारी full balls भी आ रही हैं तो भी मैं full shot खेलता जाऊंगा. क्यों? क्योंकि मैं I'm not a good batsman. No one does that. Okay, so no one is going to do that. You will prepare, and whatever chance you get, you are going to excel. That's why you see Hardik Pandya doing way better than others, because now he's bowling, he's batting, he's fielding. So that's what you have to be. I'm not saying that he's the best example, but that when you practice everything, you have more chances of success. So Akanksha, I think next question is for me, but if you like to add, you can do that. Letters of recommendation, how important are they, and what should be done? So letters of recommendation, obviously, but some institutes will ask for it. I'm sure that the one person who's asked this question is very clear on the college. But I would like to say that why letters of recommendation? Because these institutes feel that not everything is captured through your resume, not everything is captured through your academic record, through the certificates, to the mark sheets, and they want to know you more. You could be a very brilliant student while scoring marks, but might not be doing it in the most ethical and best way. And hence letter of recommendation become important. And I would say the institutes which are asking for it, it becomes very important for those institutes. So the way you have gone about, you might be an all-rounder and hence might not be scoring well in your academics, and hence letter of recommendation has been asked. And hence letter of recommendation would be of a great value. So you can't take it lightly. Letter of recommendation are very important. I also took my GMAT. I got a 740 in my GMAT, but and I had to get the letters of recommendation. And trust me, for getting into any good USB school also, they play for USB school, so they play a 40-50% kind of an weightage is given. So that's on the letters of recommendation. Akanksha, next question, if you like to add something, otherwise the next question is ready for you. Okay, mocks ka ho gaya hamara 9 to 5. We've answered that I'm doing this. Akanksha, no, wait, I think we've answered this also. I'm facing a problem with time management. Going college, I'll answer this. General MBA. Okay, so apart from this question, then there are certain specific questions for you. So which role are you there with in Deloitte? There's one student who's keenly interested to know.
So I'm working as an analyst in consulting domain.
So the actual question was that did ma'am have an analytical role at Deloitte? So yes.
Yeah. BTA, Business Technology Analyst.
Okay. Then there's another question. What are the emerging branches in MBA? Would you like to answer that? If you want me to answer any, please. Otherwise, it's just come in.
So what I've seen from the trends of placements, like I might be wrong. So I believe the emerging branches right now are e-commerce and IT consulting. So they are quite famous, and new companies we see that in India also many of the new consulting firms are emerging. It is growing day by day. So I think consulting would be a bigger chunk of it, and IT and e-commerce are there for sure.
Right. I like to add here. The first is obviously the quality of a B school. You get into a better B school, whatever you pursue from there is going to add value. The first is the branded B school. Am I right, Akanksha? Yes.
Sorry, I misinterpreted the question.
Yes, yes. Otherwise, you jumping the gun, बच्चे. उसके बाद हमें जो final मिलेगा ले लेंगे. But अभी पूरी मेहनत लगा के preparation करते हैं, ना?
Yes, sir, yeah.
Yes, so we are done with the questions, Akanksha. No, if I'm working hard. So yes, I forgot this question. There's another question just coming in, which says if I'm working, Akanksha, ma'am, how many minimum years of experience should I have? Yes.
There is no minimum years of experience. So like if you're very keen on, you want to show your experience in CAT, so you will have to, for example, when I applied last year, I mean by last year I mean CAT 2020. So at that time, my experience shown was zero, because sir, as you might be knowing that they consider the experience till from July 31 till July 31, right? Till July 31 of each year. So at that time, my experience was zero, even though I had worked for some time. But again, like right now, I would be completing in 2022 my 2 years of experience. But in CAT, it was shown as 1 year, because that cycle until we get into college, that cycle is completed. So there is, I think, no minimum years of experience needed. You can get into IIM if even if you are like having 0 years of experience. So I think it doesn't matter much. So yeah, fine.
मैं इसमें ऐड करता हूँ बच्चे most of please come off this habit that if I mention number of years of experience as 2 or 3 or 4, my I'll get rated better or I'll get more marks for it. No, they're going to grill you. The more experience you have, they're going to grill you more about the job. Now, so that becomes very difficult. One you left studies, and hence you only preparing for a few sections, and hence you have to answer more questions on that part. And clearing the paper, clearing the written examination is getting difficult with every passing year. The second is that if you've not done your work, right, they will be able to catch you just by you mentioning a few years of experience in your resume will not count. So whoever's asked this question, I have the name, but it's a direct message, so I'm not taking the name here. So this girl who's asked it, please बच्चे अगर आपने genuinely काम करना है, उसको मेहनत से अपनी job करनी है, उसके बाद आपने उसके बारे में बात करनी है, तो ही delay it, okay? Clearing your MBA, otherwise do it quickly, move on. आप सिर्फ mention करके नहीं निकल सकते. Right, Akanksha?
Yeah, sir. Also, like there are many colleges. For example, Bangalore. I think gives more importance to experience, but other colleges it doesn't matter. Like it's a matter of just few marks. For example, for my 16 months of experience, I only got 1.8 marks extra in IIM Kozhikode. I'm not sure about Indore. I think in Indore the calling marks CS they don't consider the work experience. So it matters from college to college. Each college has a different criteria. So you need to check first that, then you will get to know like what they really have. Yeah.
So just one question left, which I think, what are the proofs required for job experience and how the experience is calculated? So Akanksha's told you how the experience calculated. What are the proofs required for experience? Would depend from, Akanksha, what do you think? Would depend from college to college?
College to college, but you have to give proof while filling forms for your interviews also. So at that time, I gave the salary slip of last month. It's fine. It worked. Yeah. And after that, finally, so we all be getting the leaving letters. So that will work.
Okay. So someone says that last two questions. Someone says that I'm unable to remember things and I tend to forget more often. Not sure where should I start from it again. So what are your views? Yes.
So first thing, it happens with everyone. कोई supercomputer नहीं है that we feed the formula once and the answer will come at the click of an like button. So it's like you will forget it. I also forget it. And ऐसा नहीं होता, we have to start it again. उसको revision कहते हैं. You have to revise again and again in order to remember things. And एक trick है अगर remember करनी है तो that is 7, 14, 21. जो भी चीज आपने पढ़ी है उसको 7 days के बाद एक बार रिवाइज करो, 14 days के बाद रिवाइज करो, 21 days के बाद रिवाइज करो. You will never forget. तो और उससे भी ज्यादा अच्छा है अगर आप एक क्वेश्चन लाइक मैं ऐसा करती थी कि मैं जब भी फॉर्मूला बुक बनाती थी, आई मेंशन कि मेक फॉर्मूला बुक फॉर क्वांट, तो जब भी मैं फॉर्मूला बुक बनाती थी तो वहां पे मैं पेज नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चन डाल देती थी. कोई टफ क्वेश्चन अगर मुझे लगता था कि ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, कि अब कई बार कैट का पेपर देख के भी यू गेट टू नो कि किस टाइप के क्वेश्चन वो पूछते हैं आजकल. एग्जाम्पल मिक्सचर्स का क्वेश्चन हमेशा क्वांट्स में आता है. तो उस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस के लिए इफ यू आर मेंशनिंग सम इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन का क्वेश्चन नंबर अपने फॉर्मूला बुक में, तो आप उसको जा करके एक बार देख लो, आपको कभी भूलेगा ही नहीं. यू विल बी एबल टू रिमेंबर दैट. एंड हाँ, रिविजन इज द की इन ऑर्डर टू रिमेंबर एवरीथिंग.
In VA, our last question in VA RC section, how to get the meaning of strange words in odd one out, analogies, and similar type questions.
Okay.
So, yeah. In case you want to answer it, in case you want me to answer, I'll answer it. Please.
Yes, sir. Sure. I'll try once for.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
No, you are the generation, yes, who's just scored 100 in an IPL, so you need to tell us, yes.
So yeah, so first thing, read as much as you can. Okay, so reading is the key. Read करने से आपको काफी सारे नए words पता चलेंगे, and if at all some of the words you are not aware of, so it's fine. Like you will be able to get the meaning. आगे पीछे के words देख करके you will be able to create analogy between them. You will be able to understand them. थोड़ा बहुत समझ में आ जाता है, but if you are like not getting it at all, just leave it and move on. Because max to max 5 questions IFT या ZAT में आते हैं. CAT में ऐसा vocabulary का इतना issue नहीं होता है. IFT या ZAT में एनालॉजी वगैरह के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, वो मैक्स टू मैक्स 5 आते हैं. अगर 5 में से आपको 2 क्वेश्चंस नहीं आते तो इट डजंट मैटर दैट मच. So yeah, but reading is the key. You can improve your vocab by reading.
I second that. And take help from your faculty at Hitbullseye, please. They're there to help you. They will be able to help you. So.
And also one ma'am was there. Like sorry, I forgot her name.
That's okay.
हमारी जो मैम थी VARC की, she made a practice कि वो हर क्लास में 10 words हमेशा नए, हर क्लास में, क्लास के एंड में या स्टार्टिंग में 10 minutes 10 new words करवाती थी, पिक्चर के थ्रू याद करवाती थी. So that also you can follow. Just follow what your teachers tell you. So yeah, that helps. ऐसी tricks भी help करती हैं.
Okay, I think we've run out of questions and time. Though interacting with you for this 1 hour was like really enlightening. Thank you, Akanksha. Thank you everyone for coming in and expressing a desire that and the energy and the zeal that yes, this can be done. And I'm sure we'll have many examples next year. When we question the audience now. So there'll be everyone. How it happens is, Akanksha, that everyone from the audience, some of them will face and answer these questions. Right, that's the beauty of the whole thing. And I've been doing it, as I told you, I've been doing it for the last 18 years. And great to have you over. Wish you all the success in FMS. It's like it's from me and all the students who are attending, whom you're guiding now. Thank you, Bache. Thank you everyone for attending.
Thank you everyone for listening to me.
Thank you.